Hey, what's up, YouTube? My name is Pirate King Codex. I'm here to talk about what is possibly the greatest story of all time. That's One Piece, and why now is the best time to get started on the series. One Piece is currently the number one selling manga series of all time. Although it's always been a powerhouse in Japan, it's starting to pick up in popularity in the US within recent years. This year I went to my first anime expo and I was able to see a lot of promotion for One Piece Film Red and the One Piece trading card game, which I'm really excited for, by the way, and I'm hoping to make some more content on that in the future, so be on the lookout for that. But I was super excited to see just how prevalent One Piece felt. By now, you've probably heard of One Piece. Maybe you even thought about checking out the series, but you heard it's been going on forever. The thought of reading over 1,000 chapters just feels so insurmountable. Where do you even start? Do you have to read from the beginning? The answer is yes, by the way. You have to read from chapter 1. But here's the thing. Once you start reading the series, you'll quickly realize that this is a journey that's worth going on. Having the series be so well established is a good thing. The beauty is, you can read at whatever pace works for you. I started reading the series in 2011, around the time there was around 600 chapters. It took me about a month and a half to catch up, but once I did, I just wished that there was more. When I first got into the series, I started watching the anime, and then once I switched over to the manga, it was full steam ahead. Don't worry so much about catching up. You'll have a different experience if you are reading it week to week as opposed to if you're reading it all at once. I'm not going to lie, it is a tough wait week to week while waiting for the next chapter, especially if there is a break in Weekly Shonen Jump that week. But it's also exciting not knowing what's going to happen next. Big moments feel like a really big deal when you're experiencing them with the community. One Piece is a series that continually builds on itself. Characters and plot points may be introduced several hundred chapters before they pay off, and when they do, it's really exciting to see happen. Oda does an incredible job establishing the world of One Piece. This is the world that you will want to revisit. You'll notice new things or connections that you didn't see the first time around, or certain plot points and how they pay off that you couldn't see as they were being developed earlier on in the series. Once I finish my current read through of the series, I'm just going to start over again right from the beginning. I'll have content coming out soon that's going to be tailored towards new fans of the series, so be on the lookout for that. Okay, so I told you the series is amazing, but what exactly is One Piece? One Piece was created by Eiichiro Oda in 1997. Without giving too much away, One Piece is a story about Monkey D. Luffy and his journey to become the king of the pirates. The former king of the pirates, Gold Roger, announces before his execution that he's left his treasure at the end of the Grand Line. This inspires a whole new generation of pirates and kicks off the Great Pirate Era. But what if you don't really like pirates? Honestly, that doesn't really matter. I had no interest in anything really pirate related, but One Piece is just a legitimately fun setting that you'll quickly get into it. The series will redefine what you think a pirate is. There's all different types of characters and there's something for everybody. The series will make you laugh, will make you cry. There's action, adventure, and there's mystery. There's so many secrets in the series that we still don't know about, including what the One Piece itself actually is. Now you're probably wondering, okay, that's great and all, but I don't have hundreds of dollars to invest into this series. Do I need to pirate it? As unbranded as it sounds, don't do that. Here's why now is the perfect time to get into One Piece. You can read all chapters for free. That's right, $0. All you need to do is download the free Manga Plus app from Shueisha and create a free account, and then you're good to go. The first 3 chapters and the 3 most recent chapters are free, and you can read them as many times as you like until a new chapter comes out the following week. Chapters are available on Sunday mornings from 11 a.m. Eastern Time or 8 a.m. Pacific Time. The downside is that you'll only be able to read the rest of the chapters only one time. Once you go into the app, it'll ask you if you want to read the chapter, and it'll give you a warning message. Once you go in to read the chapter and you close it out, it'll let you know that you won't be able to read that chapter again. It'll ask you if you want to stop reading it, or if you close out the app, next time you open it, it'll give you a prompt and let you know that you're in the middle of the chapter. If you decide to stop reading at that point, you'll lose access to the chapter. Otherwise, it'll allow you to go back in and finish reading. There are plenty of other series available on there as well, but not all of the other series will have every chapter available like One Piece does. If you want to be able to dive back into previous chapters, you also have the option to go to viz.com, where you can access a 7-day free trial, or you can subscribe for a subscription for $1.99 per month. If you're not sure you want to commit to investing into the series, this is a great affordable way to do so, and you can read them digitally without investing hundreds of dollars into the series. Once you've read the first few chapters and you decide that you're all in, you can purchase the physical manga volumes. We just hit volume 100 in the United States, and Japan is currently at volume 103, but you don't need to buy the whole series all at once. Each volume will cost about $9.99, and right now some of the individual volumes may vary, but they will be on average about $10. You also have the option to purchase the box sets. Right now there are currently 4 available, and they have between 19 to 23 volumes. The retail price is $185.99 per box set, but the problem is right now a lot of times they're going out of stock, or they may be available at prices above retail. So you are probably better off just buying the individual volumes at this point for most of the series. Box set 4 right now is typically going to be under the retail price, so you can usually get a good deal on that. But if you wanted to start from the beginning of the series, you'll probably have to wait on that. Okay, but what if reading isn't really your thing and you'd rather watch the anime instead of read the manga? Both are really great options. However, I will recommend the manga over the anime due to the pacing in the anime being horrendous at times. At the beginning of the series, it's not so bad, but as it does go along, there's some really painfully obvious techniques that they use, like reaction shots or reuse footage, or they'll use recaps to really pad out episodes. And sometimes they'll actually incorporate filler content into canon episodes that'll make you kind of be forced to watch those episodes as well. I'll be honest, even though I own basically the entire series on DVD, I've only watched the first 500 episodes or so. Yeah, right, only. But I'm actively working on that right now. I'm working through the series, and I'm really enjoying it. Despite my criticisms, it's still One Piece, and it's still an amazing way to experience the series. But there is fantastic voice acting in both English and Japanese. The soundtrack is amazing, and there's some really standout moments in the series that are really cool to see in the anime. Whatever you do, do not watch the 4Kids version of the anime. At this point, it's probably going to be a lot more difficult to find the 4Kids version, but I figure I mention it just in case. The 4Kids version was my first introduction to the series back in 2004. I had seen some scenes when I was younger, and I thought it was kind of dumb. So I didn't really check out the series proper until 2011. The 4Kids version was a heavily censored version that aired on Foxbox in 2004. This is the same studio that dubbed the Pokemon anime and the Yu-Gi-Oh anime, so you would see things like invisible guns or episodes just cut out completely. So this is not the version that you should watch for the series. There's a lot to talk about on that, but long story short, this is not an accurate representation of the series, and I think it's probably the main reason why the series didn't pick up in the United States as quickly as it did in Japan. If you want to go this route and watch the anime, Netflix does have the first 325 episodes available if you have a subscription in the United States, and they also do have some of the movies and the specials as well. At Funimation.com, you do have access to see the first 1,016 episodes subbed with Japanese audio, or you have the option to watch the first 13 episodes in English dub. Without a subscription, you'll have access to more of the series if you do purchase a subscription for $7.99 a month. Crunchyroll.com also has the entire series available without a subscription. However, some of the earlier episodes are going to be locked behind a paywall to watch them in the HD versions. If you have Hulu, you can watch up to episode 698 if you have a subscription, but at that point you might as well just go to one of the other sites I've mentioned in order to watch the series. Netflix is also currently developing a live-action series. I know a lot of times these live-action adaptations do get criticized, but from what I've seen so far, the series does look promising and I'm optimistic about it. We'll see if it ends up being a great way to introduce new fans to the series, or if it ends up being a 4Kids 2.0 kind of situation. At the end of the day, the best time to start One Piece is now. Whether you decide to read it or watch it, you have access to the full series for free. There's no bad time to become a One Piece fan, so why wait? Even if you're mildly intrigued, just check it out. What have you got to lose? Just start from the beginning and let the story unfold. Read or watch as much or as little as you want. Oda has announced that we are getting into the end game of the series, but that'll probably still be a few years, so if you start now, there's a good chance that you'll be able to catch up on the series before then. So that's it for my first video. Are you planning on checking out One Piece? Are you going to be reading the manga or watching the anime? Be sure to leave your feedback in the comment section below, and like and subscribe if you'd like to see future content from me. But that's it for today. Be sure to bring along all of your hopes and dreams, and I'll see you in the next video.